Hey, what up y'all? Nurse David here, coming at you from the den with another shoe review video. And today I'm going to be talking about this pair of shoes, the Atom from Kuru Footwear. So here's the dilemma I'm going through right now. I was on Google the other night looking up nursing shoes, and you know, since we do so many shoe review videos here on this page aimed towards healthcare workers, in the hospital I'm always paying attention to what kind of shoes people are wearing, and I honestly can't say, maybe I don't pay enough attention, but I can't say that I've ever seen anybody wearing a pair of Kuru footwear in the hospital. But when I was doing my search on Google, this was actually one of the first companies that popped up as they were aiming their shoes toward nurses or healthcare workers in the hospital, standing on your feet all day. Now, when I did more research on their website, it does look like they are aimed towards people who are on their feet all day, but the fact that they popped up for me when I was doing a Google search on nursing shoes, I'm not 100% convinced that these are completely aimed towards healthcare workers. And basically, there are usually a couple things that I look at that are more targeted towards healthcare workers. So we're gonna get into the review of the Atom by Kuru Footwear, but before we get into that, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe. If there are any nursing products, any healthcare products you want to see me do a review on, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below, because I have bought a couple items before that you guys have mentioned and done reviews here on this channel. So yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into it. The Atom by Kuru Footwear. Now, first impressions on ordering these is that they are really nice looking. I actually really like the design of this pair of shoes. Now, I got them in the color red, white, and blue, and this just happens to be a limited edition, but they do have other colors such as black, completely black, or gray. So if you're looking into something a little bit more subtle, they have those options on their website. But as for myself, you know that I love an athletic looking type of shoe, and this is giving me all of that. So the design is definitely there. I like the red laces because I like a little bit of pop of color with my scrubs. So I think that the red, white, and blue should be more of a item that they keep on their website, but it doesn't look like they will be, as some of the sizes are already selling out. For a company that I've never really heard of, one thing that really stood out to me with this Kuru Footwear, especially this pair of shoes, is that they retail for $140, which is pretty expensive if you ask me. Most of the shoes that I review here on this page retail anywhere from $110 all the way to $130, and now these are retailing for $140. So I hope this is not the new normal for nursing shoes, nursing products, but like I said, I do not think that these shoes are actually targeting healthcare workers or nursing staff, based off the fact that on looking through their website, I cannot find anything that says that these would be great for nursing staff, hospitals. And one of the main things that I look at in shoes that are aimed towards healthcare workers is that if they're going to be able to be wiped off. Now, this fabric on the top you see right here, it's a nice looking mesh, but it's a very porous mesh. So that means dental hygienists who get their feet wet, nurses, CNAs who give showers, their feet are going to get completely soaked. And this is not something that I recommend for healthcare workers at all. Another spec that I usually look into when determining if these are truly aimed towards healthcare workers is if they're slip resistant. And going through the information on this specific pair of shoe, because this is the one that popped up for me, it does not look like they specify that this is slip resistant. So that is also really a deal breaker when I'm looking for my own pair of shoes. And I might have this completely wrong. These may not be aimed towards nurses, but we're going based off the fact that on Google, this is the first company that popped up, and this is the first pair of shoes that I saw online when I typed in shoes for nurses. So we're gonna treat it as if these were truly made towards nurses, and so far they're not selling me on them. Some of the specs that they do mention on their website about this pair of shoes is that they have a spacious toe box, they help with heel pain, they help with plantar fasciitis, they are vegan, and they are perfect for a nice warm day. Now, that is nice to hear because I like an airy shoe, especially since I'm wearing them for over 12 hours. So an airy shoe is definitely something that I look into. And then another thing that I like about the specs is that it seems to claim that it has a lot of cushioning to relieve heel pain. And I know that's why a lot of people wear Danskos or even clogs, because those are such lightweight, but that they're really comfortable. So you might be willing to give up some of those other things that I was talking about, such as slip resistant or liquid repellent, if you're really struggling with maintaining your feet. And if your feet are aching at the end of the day, then this could be an option for you. Sizing. Now I will say that this pair of shoes and the sizing of it is very spot on. I wear a size 10 usually in all my shoes, and this is what I got in this pair of shoes, and they just fit just right. So the tongue here is attached, but it's not so snug that it's difficult to get on. It's actually really the perfect size. So I would not recommend going a size up or going a size down. Just go with your normal size, and if they don't fit for some reason, they do say that they offer free returns, so you could go ahead and get a different pair of shoes. Shipping on these shoes was very quick. It came in less than a week, and they came in this green box. You can see it's a little beat up, but we're not really sneakerheads here. We're healthcare workers who plan on wearing our shoes, so the condition of the box doesn't really make that big of a difference for me. We spoke about the style, we spoke about the specifications, we spoke about the price. The last and most important thing that I know we all look for when purchasing a pair of shoes is how comfortable they are. And this is one of the things that they're really proud of on their website, and this is one of the things that I feel like redeems these shoes to being able to work a 12-hour shift in them, is how comfortable they are. Now, if you pull out the sole and take a look at it, it's got a nice arch in it, which really allows for some nice cushioning and comfort for your feet. I was going through the review on these, and people said the more and more that they wore these shoes, the more comfortable they got, which I could see. One of the diagrams that they show on the website is other shoes can leave your feet feeling flat, where these have a more inclined position for your heel, which will help relieve the pressure on your heel at the end of the day. And even with me being so young, buying a nice pair of shoes that's gonna last 12 hours is gonna make a huge difference, because when I first started on the unit working 12 hours, I was wearing a pair of Nikes, an old pair of Nikes that was flat, they were very squishy, and my feet, I would go home aching, and that was 8 years ago. Now, 8 years later, I'm really taking care of my feet and deciding which shoes I'm going to wear and which ones are going to leave my feet feeling the most comfortable. And I feel like these could leave your feet feeling okay after a 12-hour shift. I think that is about it for this review, though. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. Make sure you check out one of my other nursing shoe review videos right here. But I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.